What is up, my internet friends and family? My name is Len, as you know, if you follow my channel. If you don't follow my channel, please click the subscribe button. I just want to go through and share with you what my most interesting sales of the year are so far. Please forgive, obviously something's going on with my camera or my internet connection here, but the point's not to look at me. I want to show you the things that have sold that I think are the most interesting since the year began and up to currently, which is March 20th. So we're almost done. Well, actually, let's see. Yeah, we're almost done with quarter one here. So let's see what's sold. I'm not going to go through everything that sold. I just want to show you some of the most interesting things. Anybody who follows me know that I love records. And so here is Iron Maiden Power Slave. This one sold for $25. I spent $5 on this record. And you might say, well, that's a lot to pay for a record. And believe me, I don't love paying that much for records, but I will on occasion step up and pay really good money for records like that, because I know that Iron Maiden is always a bolo, always, always, always. So let's go down here. And these are ones I just shipped out today, by the way. Chuck Berry just passed away here. So this was shouldn't be a surprise that this sold. I didn't buy this recently. This has actually been sitting in my inventory for probably close to a year, I would guess, but it was in great shape. It sold today for $16. I'm sorry, $15. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Here's one I would like to show you. This is a vintage Teddy Ruxpin from 1984 with the box, the cassette, the book, everything that you would want. Still had the tag fixed on the back of it and everything. So this one I picked up at an estate sale. I went on a Sunday where everything was half price, and we were there at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2:30 maybe. It was after church. And my guess is that, okay, so it was listed at $55. So Sundays are half price days at this particular estate sale. But late in the day as it was, I offered them 20 and they took it. And it sold within 2 days to a customer in Canada for $125. That's the kind of stuff we are looking for in 2017. So let's have a look at what else. Another great record in terms of sales. I'm not saying musically, although I'll admit it, I like Warrant. So this particular record sold for $35. This was in a lot that came with the Iron Maiden record, and I paid $5 for this one as well. Factory Shrink has the hype label on it. That's what the blue label over here is on the right side. That's the hype sticker that's often on the Factory Shrink. That's always good for collectors. All right, let's see what else we got here, guys. This is the kind of stuff I love and I look for often, is old amateur radio magazines and things like that. This is from April of 1961. It was a 50-cent magazine. It sold for $6. Not huge money, right? But usually the thing is, you get a stack, you'll find someone who has a crate full of these for $2 at a garage sale or something. And that was the case with this. We got a whole bunch of these at a garage sale, and so it sold for $6. Let's see what else. Here's another really good record sale. This was a 45 of Pink Floyd The Wall that sold for $20. And 45s are, maybe you get a $10 or a $15 one once in a while. So this one happened to be worth really good money. I paid $3 for it. It was still in the estate sale that I got it from. The person was a collector, and they had everything in sleeves, which was awesome. So $3 for that one. and we turned that around for 20 bucks right there. So a very good sale. This one I got for almost nothing. This was a $1 record, factory sealed copy of Ray Charles, A Portrait of Ray, from, I believe this is from the 60s. Fairly certain it is. But it sold for $20 and 1968. That's when that's from. All right. Hey, this in and of itself is not super interesting. This Nike track and field bag sold for $2.99. The thing that's interesting about it is this is the last one out of 144 that we bought for $5. We bought a box of 144 of these things. We first had them listed for $5. They were selling kind of slow, so we wanted to dump them and get rid of them as quick as possible. Once we put them down to $3, almost every day we were shipping at least one, and they were shipping for like $2.60 first class. And that is the final one that sold. It took us about 7 months to sell all of them. So that one's kind of a bittersweet, but that's kind of what Scavenger's Life talks about, a pipeline. That was just a pipeline. So we made good money overall on that lot. Let's see here. This is a transformer that, and the picture on this is really kind of lousy, but this is a Generation 1 transformer called Jazz that came in a lot. If you guys watch my channel, you've seen the video where I bought a whole bunch of these things for $5. This one sold for 75 bucks, and this is the second time I sold it. First time I sold it to a customer in China who returned it and said that it was defective, which it wasn't. But I accepted the return because I knew it would sell again, and it did. To this gentleman, Yoda 42010, who left me positive feedback, and I had it 75 or best offer, and he paid full price. He didn't even make an offer on it. So although he did email me and ask me for he asked me for a picture of the manufacturer stamp on the bottom. So welcome if you're just joining us. And okay, here's another one of those CQ magazines. Here is another Iron Maiden record. Records. You know I love them records. This is one I paid, again, $5 for. This was in the same lot that the other Iron Maiden and Warrant record were in. So I paid $5 for this and got $28.99. Again, I love to get records for $1, but I bought this from a collector, from another collector who was selling his collection. So he knew what he had. He knew he was selling them at a rather sacrificial price. Let's see here. Here's something you guys should really take note of, and that is old media. Old media. These are 3.5-inch floppy disks and a little security container here. They were almost all blank. There were a couple that were written on there, as you can see. But this lot, I got this for $1 at a yard sale, and it sold for $26. And the reason I bought these is because my brother-in-law is a graphic artist, and he prints huge banners, like this banner behind me. He printed that for me, and he makes them much larger than that, actually. And he said that the machine that they uses old. It's a very old machine, and it uses this technology. It uses these old discs. So they have old computers, so they can use. They're keeping all that stuff because the new printer technology is so very expensive. So it's really interesting. I got thinking about it, and he was saying that they buy all their stuff for that computer on eBay. So I was like, well, he can't be the only one. And so I listed it, and it sold and got positive feedback from that one. So $1 into 26 into stuff I may have just walked by otherwise. Legos. I sold this lot of Legos. This was 3 incomplete sets at 4 pounds that I sold for $60. Legos sell good. You don't have to have sets, but it doesn't hurt. This one had all the little minifigures there. You probably can't see them because my head is over them. But this one had a whole bunch of minifigures. Usually you can get $15 to $16 a pound for used Legos that are random. So Bolo Legos. What else is interesting? Check this out. I got this at an estate sale on a Sunday for $12. This is a uniform, vintage, very vintage referee's uniform for football. Had the original whistle with it and everything, as you can see in this picture, which I think is so stinking cool. But I did a lot of research on this, on just searching Google Images. I immediately identified it as a football uniform, and I did a lot of research on Google Images, just searching different eras. And when I got into the 1940s and early 50s, this was the exact style. And so what was I looking for? I was looking for the cuffs at the end of the sleeves, the collar, the length of the zipper, and the hems of the pants. Those are the things I was primarily looking at to determine how that was going to, or how I was going to age it. So this, again, and I put on the description, not a replica. So, and I put there, so as not to, this is kind of a CYOA thing, right? I said, in keeping with the style of football referee jerseys from the late 40s into the 50s. Okay, so I didn't make any guarantees, but I was extremely confident to date that to the 40s and 50s. Had it listed for $149.95. I bought it last summer, and this sold. We took an offer for $100 straight up and down, and we were happy to take it because I paid $12 for it. Yeah, this was a good one. How to speak Chinese. Picked up like 3 of these sets, and I have 3 different Chinese curriculum. This one sold for $23.99. I got all 3 of them for $1 at a garage sale. So I often look, I scan, right? I use the Amazon and eBay scanner to scan whenever I see foreign language stuff. Some of it's garbage. Some of it's $2, $3, $4. When I say garbage, not to say it's not useful. It just isn't valuable enough for me to make it worthwhile. So any book that's over $15 is definitely worth my time. This was a software discs, so happy to have gotten hold of that. All right, this Harley-Davidson, got this at an estate sale and paid $10 for it. And this was great. The buckle has a beautiful patina, and the belt is beautifully, beautifully tattered. This sold in a day. I put it up for $38.99 best offer, and negotiated with someone and ended up taking a $30 offer on it. So look at the wear, look at the patina. The person I negotiated with grumbled a little bit about the pricing, and I said, good luck finding another one, like $30, you can't go any lower. And I said, well, good luck finding another one, because there's a lot of buckles out there. That buckle is not super uncommon, but the matching belt, when I listed that, there was nothing like it that was even a sold or completed listing in the last 90 days. So I probably could have stuck to 40, really. Let's see here. Oh, here's an interesting one. Prince, guys. Oh, you may remember Prince passed away. I'm a huge, huge Prince fan. Love the guy. Love the musician. And so when he passed away, I actually happened to be in front of my computer, and I had Graffiti Bridge Around the World in a day that sold for $10, and I was like getting ready to pack it, and when I opened the computer, all of a sudden I see the scroll that Prince passed away. And I was working third shift at the time. I immediately went to Barnes and Noble and Target and a bunch of record stores, and I started buying up everything Prince I could find. And we made really, really good money on it, except for these records. The problem with these records are that they are reproductions. repressing more accurately. 180 gram, factory sealed, but not original. So I paid $24.99 for 2 of these records. So I'm in these things for $50. And we had them listed. We kept lowering the price. Finally, we got $20.99 out of them. So as someone who sells records and deals with collectors a lot, I should have known better. I should have known that original is what matters, and that definitely mattered a lot. Got some Timberland boots here. When I sell shoes, when I look for shoes to buy, I look big, and those are size 15, y'all. Size 15. I got those for 10, sold them for $65.99. What else? Grateful Dead hat. Got that for 25 cents, and it sold for $20. That was a garage sale find. And that's a beautiful embroidery, little snapback on there. Here's some fun stuff, you guys. Talking about old magazines. Last fall, we bought a huge lot of these analog magazines. They're about the size of like Reader's Digest, if you're familiar. But these are old science fiction magazines. These, excuse me, we were selling them year by year. 1961, 12 issues complete. We got from like the late 40s up to the mid 90s every year for $15. That's what we paid for them. And we've sold a bunch of them on average for $20 to $25. This lot happened to sell for $21.99. We had one that was a single magazine that sold for $45 because it was the artist who worked on the movie Dune, which was a sci-fi movie from the 80s. All right, vintage Technics cassette player with the original box. I got this at a garage sale, and I go to these people. They have a community garage sale every year in this one neighborhood, and these people always have awesome stuff. Last year, or 2 years ago, I should say, I bought from them an Intellivision with 40 games on it, the original from like 1980, 81. And I got that. I sold that bit by bit for huge money, and I still have some of the games left. Went back last summer. They had this and a train set. I got this for $5, and I got the train set for $5. I'll show you the train set in a few minutes here, but this sold for $40. Technics is a name you should definitely be on the lookout for. Here's a Queen record. I won't open it, but that was in that same lot that I got the Iron Maiden records for. Again, paid $5, got $17.99 for it. Not as good a margins as I would like. Here's another book. Love books, guys. They list easy, they pack easy. But this Java programming book, we got 2 of these books for $2 a piece at a garage sale. This one sold for $65.99. The other one sold for $74. This was in with the lot of those other magazines. Here's 1959, all 12 issues. That one sold for $19.95. Here's another Transformer, you guys. That one sold for $40. I'm not going to expand and open everything here. Let's see here. What else is good? What else is interesting? I'm already back down into January. Here's one of those Intellivision games that was in the last lot here. I had a pretty good run on electronics too. I wanted this guy's tuner, and he had a whole set, the whole Magnavox turntable, amplifier, cassette player, and tuner and everything, and he wouldn't break it up. All I wanted was the tuner. No, I'm sorry, not the tuner. I wanted the yeah, it was the tuner I wanted. But anyhow, he said, nope, it's all or nothing. So I ended up buying the whole thing, and I sold the amplifier and the tuner for $24.99 and $19.99. So I more than paid for it. I still have the turntable because the turntable doesn't have a needle, a stylus. So still waiting on that. All right, guys, more shoes. We had a really good day with shoes. This was a Sunday, actually. I remember these shoes. So these ones, again, got $10 in them, sold them for 60. These are size 9.5. Typically, I don't get size 9.5, but these were new. These were brand new. So excellent shape, excellent condition. Can't turn it away, and those sold quickly. As did these Nike Cortez Classics, which I also got for $10, brand new. These, however, were, yeah, these are a size 10 also. So good looking shoes, man, if you're into that sort of thing. All right, Barney VHSs. I don't know. I think I've made a video about this before, but don't sleep on Barney. You can pick these up for like 50 cents to $1 in most thrift stores, and if they're in good condition, you can get 30 or 40 bucks for them. If you notice, there is a tear that goes from the top left corner to down just above Barney's head there. So that one, unfortunately, not worth quite so much money. So you can see it's pretty beat up, the box. So don't sleep on Barney, y'all. Not great money, not huge money, but it is money, and I like it. Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil, from the same lot. I paid $5 for it. Sold for $18.99. These are little Transformer minifigures. I thought these were Legos. They are not. One was broken here. This one down in the lower right corner, you can see, is busted. But yeah, I got these for about $1 a piece, and I sold a lot of them for $35. And like I said, they're not even Legos. They are a offshoot. They're something from Walmart. I can't remember the name brand, but they are not Lego. I thought they were Legos, but upon further inspection, my daughter was like, "Dad, those aren't Legos." There's another Intellivision game from that same garage that I was telling you. $13.50 for that one game. Here is another lot of Analog, the science fiction books, the whole year, sold for $20. And then here's one of the cool things. I pulled these stainless steel steaming frothing pitchers out of a dumpster behind Barnes and Noble, which has Starbucks in it. I pulled these out of the dumpster. I got 6 of them, sold them for $20 a piece, and that one went for $20. Let's see. And then there, oh, I'm in December here already. So let's see if there's anything. Well, why not? Let's go back to December. VHS player. That sold for $20. That was a good sale. Oh, this was cool. Records, guys. Now, this was a set, a t-shirt, a record, and a CD. Here, let me just click on it. The t-shirt, this record, and the CD as a set. I bought these from a guy who he was signed up for like one of these, record collectors where you get like a box set of random stuff, and he just didn't want it. He left it factory sealed. It's got the Japanese writing on it, which is always a plus. So I paid $20 for it. He initially wanted 30. I bought it off of a Facebook garage sale site, and that sold for $75. All right, what else? I guess that's really kind of it at this point. Nothing else is like super crazy. That Neil Young Harvest record, I paid $1 for it. That one sold for $25. This Hot Wheels Speedometry classroom kit, that one sold for $75. We got that for free because we're homeschool parents, and it was something that a homeschool company sent us to try out. We knew we wouldn't try it, so we just sold it. Got nothing into it. Sold for $75. Oh, this was fun. Ingve. These were part of that lot that I paid $5 a piece for. And unfortunately, these were only worth about $10 a piece. So I just lotted them together, sold them for $30. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Going back, reaching back into last year a little bit. So what have you guys sold? I would love to know what y'all are selling, but I'm glad you watched my video. Please subscribe. In the link of this video, again, I'm kind of blurry. I don't know why my camera isn't keeping up with me. But anyhow, go follow us on Facebook. Follow the Potter's Pickers. We make little what sold videos almost on a daily basis in there. There's a couple of hundred users, and there's a few of us that are making videos pretty frequently, just like Facebook Live. It's pretty fun, pretty cash, pretty educational. So hope you'll check it out. Thanks for watching. I am out of here. Peace.